Right then, so we're going to be focusing on Palace, the game this weekend in South London. Another away game we'll be at as well, so keep an eye out for all those videos on match day as well. But going to be talking about the opposition first. We'll talk more on Newcastle tomorrow, but we're coming up against Crystal Palace, which has been nicknamed Zaha FC. More on him in a moment. But let's literally take a look at Palace's last 5 games. Well, the start of the 5 games, and they've won 2 and they've lost 3. More on the league table at the moment, but they're not scoring loads of goals. They've only scored 4 from the 5 games and they've conceded 6, so there's not many goals in their games. The top scorer is Zaha with 3. Again, more on him in a minute. But if you look at those results, they're a bit hit and miss, aren't they? You would expect to get beat off Liverpool because they're absolutely flying. A bit of a surprise one, getting beat at Southampton at home. Great win away at Fulham and Huddersfield, which are likely to be relegation candidates come towards the end of the season. But you know, they're sitting 12th in the league. I know it's early days. You can't really judge a team at the moment. Probably not until about 10 to 15 games. That's where a team will probably be in and around towards the end of the season. But they're sitting in 12th in the league, as you know. Obviously, we're second bottom at the moment. But we played 4 big guns already. More Newcastle tomorrow. And as I say, Palace's top scorer is Zaha with 3 goals. And without a shadow of a doubt, their best player. Zaha can go on and play for one of the big 4, one of the big 6. He could go and he could probably be a squad player for Man City, and the rest of them he'll probably start. They'll walk back into Manchester United lineup for me. A run in for Liverpool's front 3. I think it could be mixed, it could be rotated there. What I'm trying to say is he could be part of any of those squads quite easily. He's an absolutely world-class talent. I think he's gone up a level. But because he feels like he's the main man and he's Crystal Palace through and through, I read the story where he's paid for the females, the Crystal Palace ladies, to fund them as well. So, you know, he's Crystal Palace through and through, and he wants protection. Obviously, that made the headlines over the weekend that, you know, he's sick of getting kicked about. And I can understand why, because he's one of those players that likes to go past players, and he can easily do it. He's got that in his locker quite easily, and he's getting rough treatment. But you know, he has gone down quite easily in the past, so it's one of them, isn't it? It's the referees to believe him or not, and I think Newcastle have to target him, unfortunately. Crystal Palace fans do not want to hear that, but I think Newcastle fans need to just let them know that they're there, give him rough treatment, and unfortunately it's not nice. But I think, you know, if he's going to play on the left, you're going to have to ask the likes of DeAndre Yedlin, because Yedlin's got pace, don't get me wrong, but Matt Ritchie put his foot in against him as well, fairly of course. He didn't want to get hacking players, it's not something that we want to see, but unbelievable talent, what a talent. Now, Roy Hodgson has played a 4-4-2 in a 4-3-3 formation this season. What does he go with? I'm going to predict he's going to go 4-3-3, depending on who starts up top. But the last game out, when they won 1-0 at Huddersfield, this is the lineup that he went with. It was Hennessy in goal, and then it was Wan-Bissaka, more on him in a minute, Tompkins and Sacco were the 2 centre-backs, Van Aanholt, who of course we had it on loan at Newcastle many moons ago, Coyote, Miljovic and MacArthur were the 3 in the middle, and then had Townsend on the right, he had Ayo up top, and then Zaha on the left. I probably think if Benteke probably we might come in and be that striker, I think Hodgson might change that. I can't see it being loads of changes. Off the top of my head, I think Scott Dan's out and Connor Wickham's out with this one as well. I think they're injured at the minute. But speaking of Wan-Bissaka, I've been very impressed with him. He's recently been called up to the under-21s. He looks very assured for being so young. It looks like Palace have unearthed a gem there. He can get up and down that wing. Speaking on the other side, Patrick Van Aanholt, when Crystal Palace have the ball, he's a fake left-back, because I see him as a left winger coming into the penalty box, and he gets goals. He gets 4, 5, 6 goals per season. That's a threat from our right. Again, Matt Ritchie needs to be switched on. We're looking after that, helping DeAndre Yedlin out with Zaha. That's a tough. The Crystal Palace are very strong on that left flank. That's tough for us to deal with. Of course, Zaha was touched upon, who can go past players without a problem. The midfield 2 or 3, I think it will be the 3, are busy bees. They'll want to get the ball back off Newcastle and give it to the, no disrespect to the better players going forward. They'll get the ball back, spread it across as well. And if Benteke starts, as I was saying before, he can be a target man and hold the ball up, whereas the runners around him. I know Benteke's form's, don't know what's happened to him ever since he went to Liverpool. Really, he hasn't been the same player since he left Villa. But I think Palace, you know, when you think of Palace, you think of fast counter-attacking left and right, and I think that's what it's going to be as well. You don't really see them slow build up. It's very, very fast. And Newcastle in particular on the wings are just going to have to be careful that, you know, the full-backs and the wingers are going to be flying at our back line. So I actually think Newcastle will get something from this game. You know, Newcastle have only got more Newcastle at the moment, but we've only got one big gun at the next 13 games. So these are the games that Newcastle, if you want to start climbing the table, have got to start picking up points. And I think we will get something. I bloody hope so, because we're staying over in London overnight, and I didn't want to be down in the dumps about it. But let us know what you think on Palace. Is there anywhere else that you guys would have a look at, or is it Zaha FC that we need to stop? Let us know what you think. Have a good night. Bye bye.